Old school shit. We were so innocent. I miss it.
Yeah, those are days we're missing. People grew so distant. So many questions that never been answered. Fighting my demons, I needed a pass. I wanna move on, I wanna move faster. Killing the verse and I'm killing the track. Feeling diverse and I'm not looking back. Don't give a fuck if you white or you black. Throw that bullshit straight in the trash. Damn. Throw that bullshit straight in the trash. Damn. We talk about old school days, so keep it rolling. This gon' catch your vibe, please, oh God, just keep it going. Faith and hope we on it. Yeah, we keep it honest. Sorry for the stalling. We talk about old school days, so keep it rolling. This gon' catch your vibe, please, oh God, just keep it going. Faith and hope we on it. Yeah, we keep it honest. Sorry for the stalling.
We talk about old school days, so keep it rolling. This gon' catch your vibe, please, oh God, just keep it going. Faith and hope we on it. Yeah, we keep it honest. Sorry for the stalling. We talk about old school days, we talk about old school days. This gon' catch your vibe, please, oh God, just keep it going. This gon' catch your vibe, please, oh God, just keep it going.
And welcome back, everybody, to the KJC Scrims brought to you by KJC Esports. And we're going to be your shoutcasters for today. I'm Dash, and I'm here with Datum. And we have some interesting teams right here. Schatz, Squadro from Indonesia versus Empire from Malaysia. And again, Datum, how are you today?
I'm so excited for these matches, Dash. Like you said it yourself, we have an intense matchup coming up. A team from Indonesia, a team from Malaysia. They've already done the map pick'ems, but before we head into that, I'd just like to tell Chad about an exciting giveaway that we're having right now, sponsored by none other than Vertigear, a top quality gaming chair brand. If you want top quality gaming chairs, here's your chance to get one for absolutely free. Yes, you heard that right. Vertigear, our official sponsor, will be giving away one free chair to a lucky winner from either Singapore or Malaysia. Just type !giveaway in chat and follow all instructions to join. Unfortunately, chat, it's only for those who are watching from Singapore and Malaysia, not for everyone. But for those guys living in those countries, do make sure to join. And of course, follow all of the instructions, guys, so that you will be in the list of choices. Yeah, there we go. And like you said, Dash, we're going back into this best of 3 today with Schatz Squadro versus Empire, with the first map being a Schatz Squadro bind. And I would have to say, this is a super confident pick because SSQ, they picked bind, but Empire, they picked attack. What do you think about that, Dash?
Yeah, going on to attack, that just means that they're so confident on how they're going to be going on to this next one, which is kind of interesting to see, honestly. If ever they are that confident going to attack on Bind, even though we all know that Bind is a very defensive-heavy map, so if ever they're that confident, they know how to play around Bind, man, I wish Empire would show us a very interesting game right here. And maybe they have some different compositions right here that we can be surprised off onto the next one. So Datum, that is gonna be interesting, and I hope nobody picks a Yoru because most of the time
Why
we're
not?
kind of. Man, we all know how good or
How
one of
good
the
you...
best agents Yoru is right now. So yeah, let's see if they're gonna be picking it.
I mean, I'm hoping for the exact opposite. I hope they pick the Yoru. I hope we see those peculiar pickups because what Empire is signaling to me is that they are ready for this attacking side. They might even turn up with a Yoru or maybe a KO, whatever. I'm all for it. And that's all I'm banking on because honestly, Bind, we all know, is one of the maps where you can definitely showcase how you can play those defaults, right? Get those
Yeah.
information, get those frags, and then opt for the rotation. And of course, one of the best agents to do that when it comes to the rotations, that is the Yoru with the teleporters, and of course the teleportation. But yeah, like you said, he's good, but not the best. Quite recently in a bind, especially with how the competitive scene has been shaping up for the duelists. Most players, actually more and more players, opting for the Jet over the Raze, which is quite surprising, especially in bind.
Yeah, honestly, most of the time we have been seeing Raze on the past patches, but because of the way that the boombot right now is rather super expensive right now for a utility, they defaulted back to Jet, and where Jet even has a free dash, which is the reason why it's really easy to at least use the Jet first. But I forgot to point out, right, that on this map, Breach is so good also. Just because the site is really small, his Rolling Thunder would be able to hit everyone on site. So this might be what they're going for here, what they're banking on the side of Empire. And I wish they're going to be picking it. I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah, speaking of agents that are good in this map, it's quite the debate whether the controller should go in the way of the Astra or the Omen, and it's actually seeming like both teams opting for the Omen this time around. Quite a peculiar pick for me, but still very, very potent, especially in bind. Of course, the Paranoia, even though the Paranoia is one of the most expensive utilities in the game, it's also one of the most effective, the best, hands down, the best
Select
flash
your
in the entire
agent.
game.
Yep, honestly, one of the best rather flashes in the game, or rather, it's a near sight in its own. So yeah, we can consider it a flash. We can go with the flash. Yeah, but still, it's one of the best flashes in the game because honestly, if it has been shown, you won't be able to dodge it, whatever you do, unless you have a tailwind and you have like small millisecond reaction speed. That might be it for you to be able to dodge a Paranoia. And other than that, Paranoia has been really solid. And also, if you want an agent who is really, really flashy like Jet,
Flashy.
yeah, Omen would also be one of those.
Speaking of flashy dash, look at the composition of Empire. They got Sky, they got Breach, and
Right.
they got oh man, they got so many flashes on their side. I
Right.
also forgot to point out the Lear from Reina. All 4 out of their 5 agents have flashes, so this is potentially gonna be a very flashy game from Empire, quite literally in that sense. And one of the picks that we were expecting going into this match, the KO, Salty's gonna be picking it up, so I'm super stoked to see that today.
Yeah, I hope that they would be able to do this easily. And I'm kind of expecting that they're going to be turning this around, even though that we said that Empire, rather starting on the attacker's side with a lot of flash agents, might be what they're banking for here, though. So it's really easy to say that they're going to be going for an attack that is really flashy because they have a lot of flashes in their favor wherever
Yeah.
they go for it. The knife has been destroyed already, so no info has been given that B is getting pushed.
It's a good knife, though, almost spotting out 3 of the 5 members of Empire who are all looking to split B side for now. There's sound cues being given away, and Salty is such at a powerful position. The dark cover will help him out a lot right here. So this might be the change of decisions here, but they're gonna go for it. IQ leading the charge, but Akali answers with 2 kills already for SSQ. As Salty picks up another headshot, leaving Haikal all alone. He has used the flashpoint very, very well, but now it's a 1 versus 3 and doesn't have control of Spike Dash.
Yeah, even though we said that they have a lot of flashes right now in the first round, the pistol round, you don't have a lot. So now, we're gonna go for more, but I think... Oh, he was able to get the first kill. He has the flashpoint to work with. He got 2! So that is a 4K in his favor. 1 more hit, but if Akali falls down... No, Akali won't fall down. So at least that's a 4K. A lot of damage has been done by the side of Empire.
Haikal. They're definitely playing with the high quality plays right there, so to speak, as he does pick up a 4K, almost made it doable for the Empire squad. Unfortunately, the frags just went in the way of SSQ this time around, who, even though the flashes were so present, especially with Haikal leading the charge, they were just ready with the positioning. Salty right under Hookah was quite unexpected there, and he was the one who got 2 kills rather, and wasn't even answered back until later on, which just completely destroyed the attack from Empire.
Yeah, man, and they're gonna be going for... Oh, honestly, this is again another push on B. So if ever they're gonna go with the same setup, at least now they have some flashes to work with. And with those sheer utilities, it might be very effective in their favor. They're gonna go for a push. They're gonna be trying to bait it out, and that's gonna be... Oh, he has him! The aftershock, so that's why he was able to pull down. And now this might be the chance for them to go in. This is gonna be the push. They have cover off the site now. They have a lot of space. The retake is gonna come in, Data.
Gonna go for the spike plant for the bait as he gets the headshot on the Kobe. And now Mangekyo answers back. Kali does get one as well, but it's now down to a 1-on-2. Mangekyo the only one with a Spectre. Will be punished either way, and what a thrifty round for Empire. They cleaned it up and get the spike plant.
Yeah, Empire really went in there. When they got the space, that was enough for them to get the advantage onto the side. And remember, they have a lot of flashes, so they have a lot of doors that could be open whenever someone of them would be pulling in those flashes. Man, if you're gonna be trying to dodge those flashes, there's a lot more coming to your face, and that's the reason why it was hard, even for Salty, to be able to take down a lot of members during that time. And I really love the way that they play around it. Now they're gonna go for a push again on A's side. They're not even going for defaults. They're really confident on pulling off these flashes, and okay, that's a lot of damage onto Kyobe. Now that's gonna be it for these members. They're gonna be slowing it down. This is gonna be the wall onto the patch.
There we go. Paranoia has been initiated by Ray, who is now taking control of lamps. He has been spotted out, so the sheriff will be meeting and greeting him with open arms. Shorty too, but he takes care of them both. Leaving Cone is the last one. Does pick up the upgrade for himself. Shorty, we picked up once more. He knows he's got a lot of work ahead of him, but starting off with the 1v1, he doesn't even win it as he gets flash pointed away. 2-1 on the board, and Empire, suddenly they turned things around. Remember, the first round went in the way of SSQ, but Empire, when they secured the thrifty round on the second one, they forced the eco out of SSQ, and now they still have a lot of firepower, and they're building a bank for themselves, Dash.
Yeah, I really love that they're going for this aggressive pushes. Yes, that was an equal round for the side of SSQ a while ago. That's why they were on the losing end. But still, Empire was able to make it work. And this might be the reason why we're asking a while ago, Dayton. We're asking why they're gonna be picking the attacker side on the defender sided map. This is what they're going for. They're gonna go for a lot of flashes, and they're gonna be successful with it. And so far, it has been really effective whenever they go for a push. High call high. Like you said, he's a really high quality player, and he's getting 7Ks on his team right now.
So here we go. Let's see if he'll be able to make a repeat of that, as the Rolling Thunder from him is already up and ready, splashing up and down. Philby and Akai as they now being hunted down in backside. Both of them fall. The answer back is onto Emp Alex Na. But that's going to leave one member left standing, because look at the headshot from the breach. 9-2 on the board. The man's got the most frags, and it's still counting on. Konitz is being hunted down by everyone as the commit. The teleport will just kill him in the end. 3-1 on the board. Empire are looking to make this game quick. Definitely showing us why they picked the attack dash.
Yeah, big brain baits coming in from Ray and Manudes during that time. That was really fast and furious. Sorry for that, but still, again, Empire right now is really not even going for defaults, and I really love how they play around even at just one side. They don't default, they don't slow it down just because they don't want the flank to happen also. That's why they're really fastening it up. But now, look at this, Tatum. This is a breath of fresh air because they're now going for defaults.
Yeah, but SSQ, they have the eco. This might be why, as once more, it's Haikal who picks up the first, gets the concuss on top of it as well. And Kyobi now has to back off. No tailwind available, no guns either, barring the Spectre and some light shields, but he's being overwhelmed in showers. Teleports now coming through, so a lot more people heading his way. He's gonna have to make the Sheriff work, Dash.
Yep, and as you said, this is the teleporter. They have an idea that A side might be the push. Everyone is stacked up on A, but maybe this is the bait that they're going for. They were able to set the trap that they're gonna go for pushes, rushes every time, but now with the defaults, SSQ doesn't even know where they're gonna go, where they're gonna push, because right now they're looking for a good push. Akali is there waiting for them at the flank, won't be able to get the kill. That is just unfortunate for them, very frustrating at all. SSQ is waiting, Kobe is also here, he doesn't have any way to get in, but the flash was so big, but it wasn't enough for them to get the win there. And this is just the players just having better quality when it comes to firepower, or rather, the shots right there, getting those headshots. SSQ gets one, he gets the gun upgrade. Would he be able to get the clutch here? Because right now, it seems impossible.
Oh, he's found himself in this spot before. Gonna have to try and do it again. 1-on-4, he will pick up one, but Alex now will nullify him immediately. And like you said, it was a huge flash drive from Salty, but everyone was there. All it took was one member for Empire to dodge that flash, and they could immediately capitalize on it, and that's exactly what they did. They went for the side take with so much firepower and so much of a man disadvantage that now they have a huge lead in the scoreboard as well. 4-1 in favor of Empire.
Yeah, Tatum, I would just like to say that I really love not seeing a Sova and Vine, just because it's really interesting that the place that they go around with, they're playing blind. Every one of them is playing blind, and there's blinds coming up also. And this is basic gunplay that we're seeing from both of the teams, and it's really beautiful Valorant that I'm seeing right now, because without the info, what are the players gonna do? They're gonna do this, they're gonna be pushing for fast pushes. Akali would get the first kill, they have the flashes, but they are really falling down one by one. SSQ, they know how to deal with them right now.
They picked up the first frag. It paved the way for them to pick up the 3 more. And Minuts is the last one. Now has the spike for himself and made his way into the A site. So this might be doable for him, especially with the Resurrect available. Unfortunately for him, all of the bodies of his teammates are far off, so he won't be able to commit that this time around. But does have the barrier orb and the slow orbs as well. And he will be able to tell where one of them is coming from, as Konis has already pushed up. Dark cover right there will spot him out, will not take him out. And SSQ, they take their second one on the board.
SSQ showing signs of life here. They were able to take down a lot of members when they push into the site. They just need to know how they're going to be using those smoke screens in order for them to not use those flash effectively on the side of Empire. A while ago, SSQ was just there. Akali was there waiting for them to go in for the push, and when it comes down to it, you know the position on where the attackers are going to be, so might as well just use the smoke screens whenever you hear them, and whenever it comes down to it, they're going to be just pushing on one side anyway, so yes, use the smoke coming in from your Omen, then use that as cover at least to slow down the pushes coming in from Empire.
Yeah, a lot of how that round went out as well is because SSQ picked up the first kill. That's the pattern I'm seeing right now. When they pick up the first kill, if it's not a pistol round, that is, if they pick up the first kill, they put the members of Empire in a little bit of an awkward spot where they don't know what to do right off the bat after the fact, and they're not able to answer. And here's another test of times here as Kyobi looking for the first kill. There we go, SSQ. They might have potentially done it with that single kill as Kyobi. Real good job picking up the first kill. No blades available yet, but doesn't really matter much because they have 3 huge ults either way.
Yep, I love that they know how to deal with this pushes coming in from Empire right now, but Kyobe is pushing really, really fast, honestly. And if ever he would be seeing this, okay, that's honestly interesting. Onichan Daisuke was able to get the kill there, and now the push is going to be on A side. Nobody's here. Going to go for the defend on the spike.
The name is so funny, by the way, and I think Dash is Onichan Daisuke, but he falls anyway. Mangekyou takes care of him as Alex Na. Good for the answer back. He does get paranoid from behind, but doesn't matter. He still dismisses and he's still alive. The whip. Oh no, Gordon is able to secure the kill. Yes, he will. It's now down to a 1-on-2, but it is high cow. Can't discount him out as he does have the Rolling Thunder up and ready as well, waiting for the sound cue. Activates it immediately. So many frags for this man. As 1 more and 2 more just come through for the clutch. 5-2 on the board. High cow high. Again, that rock that his team relies on whenever it comes down to it.
Yeah, man, he's a fortress on this team. He's a one-man tank right here, able to take everyone out whenever he's needed. He's basically the superhero right now. Look at this. He has 13 kills on his name. That's really big. We're just on the 7th round of our game, and even his teammates has kills also, but now he's rocking those kills. But still, right now SSQ has some ultimates to work with. This might be their linchpin that they're waiting for. If ever the showstopper would be able to get the right timing on the side of Empire right now, SSQ might be up for a very good salary after that investment of the showstopper if ever they get the right timing, but A side might be the push here.
Salty's waiting for sound cues to potentially activate the null command, but seems like he's conserving it right now, paying more importance to his position as 2 members already fallen. Salty's down, Mangekyou's out as well, so there's no resurrect and null command. But still, they can still come back from this to 3-on-5 as long as they play their cards right and take out Ray. But unfortunately, Alexna will be nullifying all that hope as he cleans it up. Onichan Daisuke picks up the flawless as well. And what happened in that round dash? It seemed so good at the start, but they completely shut down the defense of SSQ.
Yeah, that was a good start coming in from SSQ. They have a lot of ultimates to work with, but they lost a lot of members before they didn't even try to use their ultimates. They might have won that if ever they did. Salty has the null command. If he used that, it could have stopped the pushes. It could have stopped the barrage of flashes coming in from Empire. But he wasn't able to use it, and that costed them the round. And now they're on Ife Bice, and this is going to be a hard round for them.
Yeah, he was conserving the null command to try and go for the dark cover push, but Ray was just did it first than he did, and didn't work out for Salty in the end. And now, like I said, very little firepower. Salty with a hero buy, looking to be the big guns this time, but immediately, right off the bat, Alex shuts him down. And now SSQ, they've lost the Blade Storm as well. The Resurrect up and ready, but I'm not expecting them to commit them here.
Yep, if ever they're going to be using this, they might use it on one of the players, which is basically the best one to use it is on the player with null command. If ever he survives, if ever Salty gets revived, he might be able to do something different here for the team. But right now, with this bias that they have, like what you said, they won't be risking it. So they're just going to be saving this up, maybe get some kills before they all fall down. This is a 3v5. It is hard to win against them at this point, but Kobe, he's seeing Alex New. He would be able to get the first kill there. He might be able to get more, but if he doesn't pick his corner, oh no, he was able to, but not enough to get the win there. And that's going to be it. A retake for SSQ, and they are going to be backing away from this.
2-on-4, and Kyobi not even allowed to save that Phantom for himself. Means that Mangekyo and
One
Conis
enemy
might just go
remaining.
for the exit frags right here. And there you go. Nudes will just take care of everyone. 7-2 on the board. Still hasn't committed his ultimate. And speaking of ultimates, it's weird to me how Haikal, I feel like, has already committed his ult twice in this game. But nobody else has, apart from Kyobe, who is of course using the Blade Storm on the Jet. Seems like everyone else is not committing their ultimates yet.
Yeah, they haven't been committing all their ultimates, and that is really, really bad for the team, honestly. If you're not going to be utilizing those, you're going to be losing that on the next 3 rounds, so might as well just use it on the side of SSQ. Right now, on the higher side, EMP, Empire. So on the bigger side, they are on a roll. They're getting all these kills, but looking at Mangekyo right now, he has the shorty on wherever he is, and he might be going for more, but they went in for the teleporter. The rotation has been called in already, but now Akali is here waiting for them. He has the showstopper, remember.
Uh-oh. Chucks out the pain shells and the bazooka is out. Doesn't even find anything, but he gets the kill with just the vandal. 2 of them down, and that's enough. His job is done. SSQ, they pick up the man advantage. Haikal will look to answer back as he equalized things. And now he's 2 away from getting that Rolling Thunder once more. And look at the EV buy from SSQ not working out this time because Haikal was able to punish them just because they had little firepower. And just like that, they have the man advantage once more, Dash.
Yeah, that was the so interesting showstopper that I've seen so far. He wasn't able to get the kill, but he got 2 kills. It's basically the distraction that they needed during that time. Because, you know, when you pull out the showstopper, there's a bit of a vision blur right there, right? That is what Akali used in order for him to get the wins, the win with the fights there, and that netted them 2 kills, but it wasn't enough for them to get the win.
And let's see if Conis and Salty will be able to close this one out. It seems like they won't because Ray has picked them up, both back up. Now it's 8-2 on the board, and Empire, they're looking so snazzy. They're looking on point. And once more, SSQ, you have to question the calls right there because remember, 2 of their members went for the full-on force buy while the rest went for a save. And unfortunately for them, those that went for a save, Haikal High found them all. And he went for the 1 versus 3. He got all the 3 kills. That's why they weren't able to shut him down. Yes, they were able to pick up the first couple of kills, SSQ. But when they left their teammates high and dry for Haikal to kill, there was just too much to answer back from. And off of that, they have secured the round. And Empire, they're looking to end this round once more in their favor as they pick up the first kill on Kyobe.
Oh no, they called the rotation already. You're seeing this, Adam? They have been baited out because they've known that whenever someone pushes on the side of Empire, they're gonna be all going to that side, but right now they're rotating all around the map just because they lost just 1 member on their side. SSQ, they don't really know what to do. The info trap has been set and they might be rotating. No info has been given for the side of Empire. SSQ is really getting baited right now. I really like what I'm seeing from Empire. They're going in for this, but Akali is able to get the kill onto Manudes, and that is going to be good. Rolling Thunder onto the back line, and that is going to be Mangekyo. Going to be the target, going to be the bait. He has used the wall, and he will still be seen right now. That is not enough to get them the win, and Conis is waiting here with the Bucky. Might be able to get the kill here, but never mind. This is going to be the retake here, Dated.
2 on 4. Bucky has been revealed. Conis gets the thing, but not the kill because that's the right click, buddy. You know what, Dash? The Bucky is a kind of a weird weapon because what is the point of the right click? I do not know.
Yeah, honestly, right now, the right click from the Bucky deals... I mean, the classic right click is even better.
Yeah, I know, and it got nerfed.
Right, yeah, and that is the reason why I don't really favor the Bucky. I'd rather have the shorty, honestly, rather than the Bucky, because at least the shorty, you would be able to get the kill, and you know that you're going to be fighting in short range, because, you know, it's shorty, so it's short range, right? So, yeah, you're basically expecting that. But again, A side, again, with the bait here from Empire, very big brain.
Yeah, Haikal High. The highest kills still in the game, and 19 frags is no joke. Leading the charge every single time. It seems like he's used the Hunters, rather the Rolling Thunder 3 times already, and every single time it's proven effective just because of how coordinated Empire is. Speaking of coordination, Alex is looking for the first frag. Salty answers back with 2, so a little bit more coordination for SSQ's side this time. but they've taken control of the site. The spike is already down. Lichan gets that information as well with the Trailblazer. Knows that so many people are peeking him, so he has to back away. Rigo doesn't heal him, remember. But the operator from Minudes does not pick up anyone yet. Gets a headshot, yes, but the ace is already done and dusted for Salty. As the Q's now gonna come through. And finally, SSQ, they're back on the board. Didn't even have to commit the no command this time.
Yeah, the 9-3 curse has been set right here, Zayden. Maybe this could be the chance for SSQs to strike back. They have at least garnered this. Might be going for a comeback here if ever they win the pistol round, which is really crucial at this point in the game, because if you lose the pistol round at the scoreline, you might be losing the game entirely. So right now, on the side of AMP, they need to show us how they're gonna work this. They don't have yes, they have the Sentinel, which is the Sage, to work with, but they only have flashes. Maybe a retake would be better for them.
Yeah.
But they can also contest the site whenever they can, because they have a lot of flashes to work with.
You asked Dash, you asked the question, what do you think Empire's gonna do? I think they're gonna push every single time. Look at this positioning in B side. 3 members looking to take control of B long, which unfortunately, where nobody is, they will not be spotted out by Akali. Just in the nick of time, he moves away. And there you go, the flash is now coming through. Aftershock there as well. And they haven't spotted anyone yet, but SSQs have already taken control of side. They have to go for this retake.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the retake, and they're gonna be forced to, and SSQ right now is gonna be taken, and that is gonna be 1 kill in their favor already. Akali with the right click gets a 2K, and might be getting more right now. He's just a monster with the classic. A 2v4 has been set just by Akali himself, but now he has fallen. The hero is down. Here comes the party. Sorry, Ray is gonna go for more, but he's gonna fall down also. SSQ taking down, getting the pistol round might be a potential comeback.
I'm all down for it. SSQ, they played that perfectly. They went on for the rush, which is precisely what they needed to do against pushing members of Empire, and I love it. I called it, right? I called that Empire gonna push. SSQ, they did too. They knew that if they were getting pushed, all they had to do was fight fire with fire, which is why they rushed. Because of that, they were able to take control of site, able to take control of the positions that they needed to, so that the retake was completely nullified. A bit of miscommunication right there as well from Empire. I mean, we saw that Alex Nutt just went straight up in the side, not even using the Leer, but that's because he already used it earlier on in the push, and that just pushes them to go for the force buy. And I'm curious to see how they're gonna do this, as Oyobe's already went in for the side sake. Onichan has fallen. Look at the paranoia! It does spot out too, but nobody falls as of yet. No hit this. Falls 1-on-3. Let's see if Ray will be able to go for this. Seems like not, because Akali shuts him down. And like Z Dash, it's looking a lot like a comeback. SSQ 5-9 on the board, and they're forcing another eco out of Empire.
Yeah, that was a forced buy on the side of Empire. Now they're going to be forcing that buy again. Interestingly, SSQ, with Akali leading the charge, he was able to put up some space for the team every time. And I really like to see that. Because a while ago, if it was high call high on the side of Empire, right now we have Akali on this side. And they are really playing very well. The communication is uncanny, and I wish that they would be able to pull that out again. Right now, at least, Empire has changed their minds and are going for a really good echo right now. The flash was very big, and Onichan Daisuke was able to get it, but the boom bot was able to get him down. Pain shells are going to come in. Onis is going to be seen, and that's going to be a kill again to their side. At least now it is an equalizer for the side of Empire. SSQ is going to go push in. Akali going in. What was that? Satchel. That was so good, but Akali is still gonna go with a showstopper. Not gonna be killing one, and he's gonna be killing more. Kyobe is gonna be answering back, and now Minudes is up and crazy. He might be able to see one. He has been smoked, but I think this is gonna be it. Akali's just gonna push that down, and that's gonna be a headshot already to this side.
So much miscoordination there for SSQ, but hey, they still made it work. If we saw there, Konis was forced to push Hookah because his teammate just straight up threw a pain shells right behind him, which is why he fell right in the waiting arms of Onichan Daisuke, who started off the round with such a huge guiding light, but it was just too much utility to deal with, too much firepower, that in the end, even though he picked up the first kill for himself, it was easily traded out, even though SSQ was all over the place. Now, the
Yep.
question is, will SSQ go for the same strategies, knowing that they have full guns to go up against?
Yeah, they have the guns to work with. They're still going for a B-side push. They're really confident that they're going to be pulling that off again. And with this, at least now Empire has adapted on what has happened. They have been punished. This 3 consecutive rounds that they've done, it's because of the first round 4 spot. And now they have guns and they might be able to answer back. But they have lost a lot of rounds. The momentum has been capped already. Would they still have that same flair that they have on the first half? I'm not really sure, because right now, 3 members are already on B side, but Manudes was able to answer back with 1 already. With that, this might be a harder push for everyone right now. The push has happened already, and this is going to be it. That is going to be really fast for the team, but SSQ getting the advantage. But Onision Dice Key was able to get it again. He has the guiding light to work with. The flash has happened. Salty is now going to be running away a bit, using the flash to bait out the teammates. SSQ going to be able to get it, but Salty is playing really safe here.
He knows he has 2 members up against, and he knows exactly where they are. And he knows he's also got to take control of Spike, so he's just looking for the isolated Vice. The fragment is gonna zone out on Ethan, but he will fall prey to the Empress, to the Reina rather, instead. As it is now 10-6 on the board in favor of Empire. They halt the momentum that SSQ has been building up in the last 3 rounds. So now, they will be the ones who are gonna maybe force SSQ onto an eco. Yeah, they don't have enough creds for full-on buy for everyone, as Konis doesn't have enough to even pick up a rifle for himself, so only the classic for him this time. But again, what I want to point out from that last round, I feel like Empire, they're just more consistent when it comes down to the team fights, because SSQ, they were riding the momentum waves high in the last 3 rounds, but the moment they are put at the equal pedestal against Empire, they start to lose control. And now, once more, they're at the same very spot. Still very little ult to work with, apart from Salty's null command. Let's see if they're going to be using it this time, as Mangekyo opens up showers with a kill onto Minudes. Let's see if they're going to be able to shut this assault down. Haikal does pick up 1, so now it's equal footing. Dark covers will zone him out for now. Let's see if they're going to go for this A push.
Yeah, good positioning from both of these players, honestly, but SSQ was able to answer back with 2 kills of their own. They opened up the A side. Halkai High is here, but nobody would be able to see him. Honestly, this is a really good positioning from both of our members here. SSQ are just getting Empire is getting the shorter end of the stick here. They're going to be losing on the positioning. The timing coming in from the side of SSQ is just so good right now that Empire wasn't able to answer back just because that A side has been opened.
I stand corrected, Dash. Sorry. SSQ, they are so good. Hands down. Empire, they have their work cut out for them this time, because even though the scoreboard is still in their favor, the game is not anymore. Look at the guns. The Greds, they don't have any Empire. And even though they have Haikal High on the Rolling Thunder once more, it's not going to be as effective as it was on the first half, where they were the attacking. So this is I would say this is because of their composition. You said that they only have 1 sentinel, and of all the sentinels, it is the Sage who isn't the best when it comes to defending, and it is hurting them right now. They don't have a lot of tools for this defense, so a retake is what they need to do. But it seems like they're holding strong in this side. They do not want to give it away. It's already being taken control of. Onichan will be healed up, but taken out by Akali. Ray, looking to be big with the frenzy, has a lot to deal with, but everyone from SSQ is inside.
Honestly, the reason why it's so hard for them is because they don't have any agents to use whenever it comes down to it. Nobody would be able to take... Oh, the Rolling Thunder has came in though, and that's gonna be a good push. Haikal High was able to get the cradle, and this is what he wanted to happen all along. He was seen on that wall. That was a good positioning for the wall. Last member standing, and SSQ takes the win again. This might be the potential comeback here, Adam.
I know, I love it. SSQ, they turned a new leaf, and they looking like a completely different team from the first half. And what is this we're seeing, Dash? Both teams are insane when it comes to attacking in bind. How often do you see that? And that's on top of Salty not even using the null command, which is what we were expecting them to bank on this attacking side. They're making each round super efficient, SSQ, and on top of it, they're gaining a lot of momentum as well, which begs the question, what is Empire gonna do to change this pace of the game, which SSQ is setting up for them right now?
Yeah, the only reason why they're losing is they're trying to be very aggressive. That's why this type of play on bind on defense is not gonna work out because they don't have the tools to work with an aggressive defense. Because whenever they go for it, there's no dash to work with, there's no jet, there's no raise in their composition. That's why it's really hard to do that. But now with the push happening, High Call High at least answers with one. He has the fault line to work with. They have the wall right there onto Bats. He could be seeing one. He has been able to take one down. And this at least equalizes the advantage in their favor. So now, they know that everybody's on short. So they just need to work with that information.
Yeah, Minudes has yet to find anything with the operator too, which is going to be so much harder now that they have to go for the retake. Salty has been spotted and concussed, so let's see if Onichan actually goes for the peak here. He does, but he doesn't swing it in the nick of time as Salty wins that one. Aftershock is pummeling Conis 30 HP, but he does pick up Minudes before he fell. Haikal with the DK. Resurrect is there, so it's a 1 versus 3, but it is Haikal. Let's see if he can be able to go for it. No, just too many angles to watch out for as Salty picks him up. And now it's 9-10. SSQ, they're looking to equalize.
Ooh, that was good coming in from SSQ. This is the flare that I was waiting for them. Every time they go for the push, they are successful with it. This is just, it's flashes versus dashes on this composition, because right now when it comes down to it, the dashes has been the reason why they have been winning for the side of SSQ, because every time that they take the space that they need onto the site, they would be able to snowball with that. Empire, they're always going for aggressive pushes. So right now at least they're at least backing away a bit compared to how they positioned a while ago. This is really what they needed, because if ever they try to push again, it's just that SSQ right now is online. You need to be afraid on how or what they're going to be pulling out whenever they're going to be pushing onto this side.
Let's see if they're going to give the ultimates to SSQ. They have 4 huge ones. And Akali has been no stranger with that showstopper, always committing it early on. Spots takes them both out and Chug. And that's gonna open up B side wide for the spike plan to come through. This is gonna have to be another retake for the last 3 members of Empire.
Yep, that's SSQ taking down 2 members with Akali leading the charge with the showstopper on hand. That was really good for the team. Now they have the advantage already. They have heard that Minudes is now in danger. He's gonna fall down, and that's the last member. High Call High, not gonna be able to get the clutch, and SSQ again winning this next round. That's a lot of consecutive rounds, Tatum.
Oh, if you saw that play, I mean, we all saw that play, obviously. Alex, no. And I believe it was Minudes that was hanging about with him in the tubes. They were all scurrying because they knew they heard the sound cue. They heard the showstopper being activated, which is why they ran for the hills and hid inside the tubes, which is where they were met with their demise, because that's exactly where Akali needed to put them to get the double kill. And now, with just that single ult, they took control of B site, and nobody was there to stop the assault from happening. And that just paved the way for SSQ to get into the 10-10 score line. And Salty, he seems to love conserving this null command, because yes, he has been super effective, but on that thought, Ancient picks up one. Jumps up and about, paranoid away, so now he has to play a little bit more safely, but he positioned himself cheekily. But this just might be what stopped the push from happening in B side.
Yep, honestly, I was waiting for the null command to be pulled out, because right now there's 4 ultimates lingering around. If you don't use the null command, you're gonna get the shorter end of the stick there. So if they're gonna be pushing right now, Kilbay answers with 1. He might be able to get more, but Onichan Daisuke with a good position was able to get 3. That is really good coming in from them. Empire strikes back, and that's his cue. They need to find a way to get into the site. We're gonna be seeing them. There's a lot of low HP members on this side, on B side. I mean, they need to work with that. They have some ultimates to work with when headshot comes in. Alex knew. Need to back away from this. Nobody's on flank. It is really safe on A side, so I think SSQ is going to decide on that.
30 seconds left.
Let's see what Salty and Conis have under their sleeves. Will they be able to go for this A side hit where Haikal High is waiting for them with open arms? But remember, this man is the one with the most frags in the entire game still, even though he hasn't been performing up to par the last couple of rounds. And here we go. Let's see if Empire are actually going to be able to secure this. Plant hasn't even committed yet, but he has been taken out, Haikal High. So 6 seconds is plenty of time, but 2 angles to watch out for. And the first struggle is going to have to be that Reyna who will take him out. And you said it yourself, Dash. Empire strikes back. Turn, 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 turn. And they are ready for the next round with 5 ults. Everyone has it ready. 11-10. They are still ready to take that match point.
Yeah, the Emperor has found their new groove. Empire right here, taking the first kill again. I mean, the first win after a lot of consecutive rounds. But right now, SSQ is on fire. They have the momentum in their favor. So it's going to be real hard to at least turn this around. Slowly, they're going to the match point. I'm kind of feeling it, Tatum, that they might be going into overtime. Because right now, the way that they play, SSQ is just on the upper hand. It's just that a while ago, they were surprised on the positioning of Onicha and Daisuke, but still, SSQ still has the upper hand here. They just need to ride this momentum if they want to go for a win.
Yeah, and they need to use the null command dash. They
Yeah,
haven't
right.
even used it the entire game. And Salty, yes, he's been fragging a lot, providing a lot of utility rather with the flash drive.
Yep.
Nothing can match a null command if he just commit it this time. And it's gonna silence a lot of the ultimates that are available as well. And Reach a real good job sidestepping that beautiful knife. Salty will equalize that immediately. But that is the Blade Storm out. Or rather, the Seekers out. Still gonna go for this B-side hit and see.
They're going to be pushing for it. And again, Akali with the bait. Coming in from the satchel charge. That was enough for Salty to be able to take the win here. So now with Manuds trying his best to get something, maybe a resurrection onto the side. Never mind, he fell down. Akali got it. So with the last two members, it's Haikal High and also Amp Alex New. We know that these two players are the top fraggers. They might be able to pull a miracle here. Remember, they have two ultimates to work with, so it's really possible for them to win this.
There we go, let's go. The Rolling Thunder has been laid out, but there's not just the push that's happening. It's both of them that's going for it. As Konis answers back with a single kill, picks them both up. And SSQ, they're looking undeterred, even though through the Rolling Thunder, they still pick up the round. And it's still 11-11. And I think we're about to go to overtime, Dash, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I really love to go for that 11-11 right now. Slowly going to overtime or maybe a match point for one of them. Gaining the advantage is really big. Whenever it comes down to it, the pressure is less on your side because it's okay to lose because you're going to go to overtime anyway. But at least if you get that, you secure your future. So SSQ is going for that. They're going to be still riding these waves of momentum that they have. They have a lot of ultimates to work with. I'm still waiting, Tatum, for them to use the null command. If ever they use that, at least if they go for a push where Salty is going first, Salty would still live just because of the null command.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they might be able to get double resurrections. And that's why I love the KO to the Sage. But they're not pulling that out, and I'm really surprised right now.
I wonder why. I wonder what the reasoning is for Salty not using the null command. Maybe he doesn't like the attack speed boost, right? The increased rate of fire, which is a double-edged sword. But Haikal High opens it up with a kill onto Akali. Picks up that upgrade for himself as well. But everyone from SSQ is already in sight. And the spike plant has already commenced. Luckily for Empire, they do have the resurrect. So it's still a 5-on-4. Hold that. Kyobi takes care of me nudes. The op is not in play this time around. Haikal High picks up a second of himself. The null command finally being activated. But Haikal High is popping off as well. Taking the advantage for him and his team. And Alex does looking to close it down right now as he picks up the last kill of the round. And they take us into match point. Empire are looking to close it out.
Yeah, there you go. There's the null command that I was waiting for. That could have been better if they didn't lose a lot of members in the process before he used the null command. But still, again, that was their decision. SSQ right now on a disadvantage. Empire was able to take one against them. And this is really crucial. If they want to go to overtime, they need to try something different. Both of our teams right now, Tatum, whenever someone pushes onto one side, everybody's going to be there. Nobody's going to be at the flank. Nobody's going for the default. Maybe one, but not enough to do a lot of damage. And that's the reason why whenever someone shows up on one side, everybody's going to be rotating.
Yeah, it's such an expensive round in the last one as well, which is why nobody has ultimates this time. Apart from the duelists from each side, Kyobi has the blade. Alex has the Empress, and Haikal has the kill. He's looking for more. He's looking to end this game now. He's had enough of the pummeling that he's been getting so far, and he single-handedly reroutes the push from the members of SSQ. They steered clear of Hookah because they know that that's Haikal High in there.
Yeah, and Haikal High, high-quality player, as you said, and might be able to get a lot of kills. He has is 1 kill away from Rolling Thunder though. So if ever he would be able to take one from Hookah, that is really, really dangerous if you ask me. But it's a good thing that nobody was speaking there, Still, SSQ deciding on where they want to go. And I think at a loss right now, Datum.
Yeah. They're still deciding on whether they want to commit to this B site or they want to make the rotations down to A. It seems like they're going for the latter as they're slowly parading their way down into the A short lobby, or rather hall.
Careful.
The pinks are now coming through. The guiding light is there for a bit of information, but Alex picks up Akali.
30
But
seconds
there's no one
left.
else in B site. Everyone from SSQ is in A. Last 3 members that is, and that's a lot of silent Qs being given away. Fragment is there, so Nichan has to back off, but he's still looking to get a stronghold as he doesn't pick anything up
Last player
out of the
standing.
positioning.
What
But it doesn't
Spike
matter
down.
because the teammates are there for the risk, for the kills. They have spike control, so Kone is just looking for the kills for now. But he won't be able to because Alex shuts him
Defenders
down.
win.
That's the first game of the night going in the way of Empire.
Yep, Empire putting in their clutch genes right now, was able to get the win, but that was too close for comfort, honestly, Datum. Empire had the advantage earlier in the match, but SSQ, they chased that down. They're basically like just like racing right now, and almost. That was too close for SSQ to be able to get it, but at least now Empire was able to answer that. Remember, this was the map of SSQ, but Empire was able to get the win. Next round would be Haven, which is the map of Empire. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. At least this could be a challenge for SSQ. But again, both frag heavy maps, and we're going to be seeing it again to the next round, right, Adam?
Yeah, Empire, they're playing a little bit inconsistently, but in the end, at least they were able to gather their wits and end the game for themselves. And I love it. It seems like we're potentially gonna be seeing anything and everything. We might be in it for a game 3 tonight, Dash, and I'm so excited for it. But before we head off into a short break, I'd just like to remind everyone that we are having a giveaway, a gaming chair giveaway. A special thanks to our sponsor, Vertigear. They are gonna give away 1 chair to a resident of Malaysia or Singapore. Just type !giveaway in chat and follow all of the instructions so that you can join. It is a top quality gaming chair for free. So what are you waiting for? Make sure to apply. And while we're waiting for the next match to come up, we'll be having a bit of a short break. My name is Datum, casting here today with Dash. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching tonight's KJC Scrims between Schatz, Squadro, and Empire. It was such a powerful start of the round, start of the game for Empire that fell off a little bit later on, paving the way for a potential comeback from Schatz Squadro. Luckily enough for Empire, they were able to collect their wits and secure the game for themselves. And now we have headed into the second map of the night, which is Haven. Empire picked this one, and they're going to be starting on the attacking side. What are your thoughts on this, Dash?
Yeah, right now this is going to be a different setting again for the side of EMP Empire, that they're going to be on the attacker's side. I'm kind of interested in why they're always going for the attacker side. Honestly, this is part of their plan, that they're going to be going to the attacker side again. And right now that they gave SSQ another chance to go for the defense, they might be able to get the advantage again on the attacker side, because we all know Haven is a very frag heavy map, and most of the time it's favored on the attacker side. And really interestingly, SSQ picks the defense side. So right now they might be on the disadvantage, but again, a while ago we have seen them trying to take a comeback, and that was too close. So maybe they still have some plan in mind.
I mean, they did show us, right? Empire did show us why they went and gone for the attacking side, every single time, rather, because they have the compositions to answer it back with. They have their breach, they have the sky, and they have a lot of flashes to use that. And this is the same case is true for Haven, because you can do the exact same thing you did in Bind as you did in Haven. Question is whether Empire will be able to do that once more, knowing that there's a risk. SSQ, there's always a risk that they can come back. So I'm expecting them to go for a bit of a change of lineup here, especially like you said. It's so much more important to be to have those skills, especially knowing that the Reyna is so powerful in this map. So they're actually going for the double duelist this time.
Yeah, going for the double duel is like, a while ago they weren't able to put that up, and now with Manoods not going for the Sage and going for the Jet, this could be a change of pace for the team here. They're also still on the other side, like in the stadium, they might still be going for the same setup. They still have two flashes on their hands, but at least now they have a Jet. So at least that's something for the side of SSQ, that they might be able to use that in their favor. And this is a big difference for Empire, that they're not using all flash agents like they did a while ago. But now we're not going to be seeing a Sova again, which is really interesting, right?
I know.
We're not seeing any Sova on this map, where Sova is a really good pick.
Oh, there is zero information on SSQ's lineup as well. They don't even have a Sky, no KO
Yeah.
this time around, because Mangekko is gonna lock up the breach for their favor. And it's gonna be a little bit less effective this time, I would say, the breach, because usually the breach is picked up as a sort of an answer to a killjoy, right? And the lockdown gets laid down, the aftershock immediately takes care of it, especially in these tight corners like A short or maybe even garage, where the aftershock can take care of the lockdown through the walls. But the only sentinel for the side of Empire right now is the Cypher, who, by the way, I'm loving that finally Empire has the sentinel for themselves. If you remember, they struggled so hard on the defense because they didn't have any defensive tools to work with. They're gonna have that working for them this time around. So Empire, this might be a quick game for them, Dash.
Yeah, they're looking for a really fast play style here. They want to go for an aggressive push again and again. They want to get the first kill, as they did. SSQ very aggressive on the push for the side of Empire, but SSQ was able to answer back. Remember, there is a full line, was able to hit two members, was enough to get two at least, but now SSQ gets the advantage. The last one member is Ray, and he might be able to get one kill, but not enough to get the win.
SSQ, the defense is so good to see. Who needs information when hearing where they're gonna come through is enough, and when you've got the breach to slow them down, it's more than enough. Yes, he was just able to pick up one kill, but that massive fault line hitting three members from the side of Empire was so huge. It bought enough time for the rotations to come through from Kyobe, who swept them up. Really, 3 kills on the pistol round is massive. That means that they will be having the Spectres over the classics of the Empire.
Yep, I really like that Empire lost that first round, because right now it might be a different playstyle coming in from SSQ, getting an advantage already. Now SSQ Kyobe was able to answer, but at least they were able to get the trade there, and that is gonna be an easy gun upgrade for Anicha and Daisuke. And that is really not what you want to happen for the side of SSQ. Giving the gun upgrade to the enemy team, but they're going for to push for more, but they lost one member already.
3 members is Valorant for the side of Empire. At least Minudes does have the Spectre for himself, but they're getting pushed out from both sides. Mangekyo will be taken out right here by Minudes with a headshot. But still, the crash down is there. SSQ, they have to be careful because it's potentially doable. Scratch that. It's a 1v3 now because Salty picks up Ray. And now he's from behind, does pick up Akali. So still very doable on this 1 versus 2. And back and forth we go, Dash, as the rotation's coming through to Garage.
Yeah, C might be the target here for Minudes. Empire might still have a chance here when they fasten up the push. Minudes doesn't have any info on where the other members are. And also, the side of SSQ doesn't have any info on where he is also.
left.
This is really what they're going for here. Salty and Con need to be careful. They don't have a lot of utilities to work with to at least push the side in. So Minudes is primed and ready to whoever is going to push right now. Salty is going to be the first victim here. He is going to be seen, but he was victorious rather on that fight. And SSQ gets that win again.
Yeah, Minudes looking to make a repeat of the first game. If you remember, the first game, it was the pistol that went in the way of SSQ2. But EMP Empire, they just secured the second round with a forced buy. This time around, they didn't go for the forced buy. Yes, they made it close, but they weren't able to secure that round, which means that it's this time that they're for sure gonna get the bigger firepower and have a lot more chances of winning in this next round. SSQ, they've been performing really, really well. Question is, will they be able to keep this consistency going on from this round out, knowing that the firepower is in the advantage of Empire? We're about to see that.
Yeah, that is really the question here, Dayton. Will they be able to keep the same flair in their favor? Because right now, they're going to be pushing for more, and SSQ, even though that they don't have enough guns to work with against Empire, because that was the round to lose anyway on Empire. They just did a bit of damage before they fall through, but SSQ right now only has light armors on their members. They're going to be trying to get these wins here, but with the way that EMP is playing, this is not characteristic of them. That's why SSQ right now, they don't know what to do.
Absolutely. High call. Oh, Mangekyo. A little bit overzealous with those jumps. Jumps one more time than necessary. And now, Yobi's picking up the information with 3 people pushing up in C long. So the rotations are now being called through, but Empire, they've already taken control of the site, going for the plant. It have to be the retake, and the Marshal is already gone as well. So it's only going to be Salty, Akali, and Konis coming down from the defender side spawn. Yes, they do get a lot of flashes through, but they're getting spotted out and zoned out by the side of Spike Up Dart. Getting pushed out as well as the flush now coming through.
One enemy
1-5,
remaining.
but Konis still kills. Just pick up 1, but will get taken care of. Just too many angles to watch out for.
Oh my god, that was unfortunate for Onich and Daisuke. He wasn't looking right there, but Ray wasn't able to get the kill first. That's why they were able to do at least a bit of damage for the side of SSQ. But now Empire, I don't want to say it again, but they got 1 round against SSQ. And this is looking really good because right now, the 4th round is what we're waiting for, right?
Absolutely. It's a round where both teams are in equal footing, equal amounts of momentum, I would say. So Minudes, of course, has the most frags in the game. Kyobi right up there with him, 4-2-0. Look at this push from Kyobi, looking to be unpredictable. He wants to take control of Orb because he didn't go for the buy. Potentially going to be buying an op in the next one. And we have yet to see an effective op used in this series so far. So that's going to be interesting, one to watch out for. But Kyobi is just roaming around the map, looking for anything that could give him a gun.
Okay, they were not able to get the kills there. I'm really interested to see on how they're going to be pushing. And as I'm saying that, Menuz was able to get the push onto Garage, and now they got the space already. And most of the members of SSQ are already rotating onto the site there. This is going to be a 4v5, but if ever Konis was able to get the kill there, that could have been enough to stop the push from happening, but it wasn't enough. This is going to be a 4v3, going to go for a retake.
Like you said, Dash 4v3. No one's got the gun disadvantage, all the manpower, but it's leading up to Empire's favor as they pick up one more. And maybe Kyobi and Salty have to go for the save here as they do pick up High Kyle. So a nice shot from Salty. Still 2 on 3, 1 HP left
One
on Ray.
enemy remaining.
But he does pick up kill before the 3K. Looking for a fourth. He will be denied as Salty's the one who picks up the kill and the ultimate. Resurrects Akali up, but they have time running against them. And one member
Last
each.
player stand.
Minudes will pick up 1-1 versus 1. Akali with a nasty flick will take care of Onicha and Daisuke. And
That's fine.
they get the advantage for themselves. 3-1. He should be able to go for this defuse.
Yeah, nice play. Coming in from SSQ, from the resurrection, from Salty getting that 3K. That was enough for them to get the win there. And that is not what Empire was expecting. They were expecting to win that round. They had the man advantage. It was just because Salty was able to get a lot of kills. That's why they were able to get the win there. Empire, now they are on FA buys. They might be getting some guns though, but they have an operator now. Minudes, he needs to be successful with this operator, because if this is not successful, this would hurt their economy.
Yeah, I was actually expecting Kyobi to pick up an op for himself. Seems like he won't be, as well, he does have the Blade Storm available. And now the op from Nudes has to be one to watch out for, like you said. And seems like Konis has caught wind of it, because he's not peeking anytime soon. He spotted no one as of yet, which is really good for SSQ if they want to keep this lead. And speaking of lead, look at the guns. Ray only has a Frenzy. A bit of a weird buy right there. Might be uncalled for, but let's see. Might just be able to pick up the op once Minudes does, throw it away. He does have the blades available, so maybe that's what they're playing for this time. Seeker's up and ready as well. And maybe if they get the first frag, they're gonna go for the push like this one in A side. Paranoia has been committed already, but the counter flash is there. The flash point is a little bit too late, because Onichan's already let the charge, gotten the dink, not the kill though. Salty's still in heaven, looking to be that unexpected firepower from up top, but Dark Cover's just zoning him out for now. And it's gonna have to be the retake. 4 on 5. Here we go. Akali leading Shard to run it back as he gets the kill onto Ray. But the answer back is right there. 2 kills for the side of EMP. It's still 2 on 3. Doable for both sides. Operator has yet to pick anything up, but Mangekyo picking up Onicha and Sid leaves us with a 1-on-1. Mangekyo, it's against him, and then off a Blade Storm activated up. Minudes, will you be able to close this one out? Seems like he will with just the right click. And it's 3-2 on the board. Empire just squeezing that round out.
Yeah, that Blade Storm took a lot more than that operator, and we really like to see it, because right now SSQ lost that round. They weren't expecting that because of the first kill onto Killbay. That opened up A side, and that is harder there. Honestly, A side is the hardest to retake, just because there's not a lot of ways to go in, just because what you need to go for, there's 4 entrances onto the side, yes, but that could only be accessible if you're gonna go for the flank. But if you're only gonna be accessing A side only onto the CT side, it's really hard to retake. That's why the members of SSQ wasn't able to get that in the end. And now with Empire, at least their operator buy was worth it. So now they are on an advantage.
They almost were punished with it, but just because they were able to secure the round thanks to Minudes. So hanging on to that big boy gun. Ooh, Aikal slowly racking up the kills this time. Hasn't performed as well as he did in the last game. It seems like he wants to make a repeat of that, as the one tap does follow suit. Onichan has fallen, so the upgrade will be denied for now for the side of SSQ, but they're still looking to be
Phoenix.
the defense. But it's shut down already. Seaside's already been taken control of. Garage is wide open. Alex leading the charge. Let's see if the defense will pull through for SSQ.
Okay, this is gonna be the push coming into their side. They have the classic soul. This is just gonna be easier here on for Empire, just because of the economy for the side of SSQ. Mangekyo, I don't know if he would be able to get this, but he might be able to get one, which is really important to at least damage the economy coming in from the side of Empire right now. Now the push has happened, and High is able to get the kill.
Yeah, quite weird to me that Empire actually threw the operator away, but luckily for them, it doesn't matter, because they could pick up one for themselves once more, and they made that super efficient too. Yes, it was the eco for SSQ, but a great job from Empire, not even needing to commit a single ultimate off of getting the frags. And Empire, they've struck back. Like you said, that you don't want to say for some reason, but it's 3-3 on the board. They managed to equalize things, and they're looking to make it big with another op on Minudes.
Yeah, and they're gonna be forcing their way out of this, and that is gonna be the punishment right now. They know that Minudes was able to get the operator.
no.
Yes, he threw that down, but the timing is just really good coming in from the side of Kyobei. He doesn't have anyone helping him out, and that's why he was backing away. He's trying to get the kill here for Alex Nu, but with the way that he's baiting this out, he might be falling down. So they're really, really going for that. But honestly, they could have gone in that operator. They could have gone in more, but in the end, they lost their operator player. This is going to be hard for the side of Empire.
Caster's Curse Dash. We're finally seeing a default after such a series of quick rounds, including the last game where it was just rushes on top of rushes from both teams. Finally, we're gonna be seeing just that, the rush onto Konis as he gets forced out by the Seekers and the Paranoia. So doubling up on the disables right there. At least they do take control of C side for the ops. Still in play on Kyobei, nullified by the Dark Cover. Let's see if Empress will be activated by Alex now as the Rolling Thunder has been laid out. He is spotted out and headshotted by Salty. So now down to a 3-on-5. Nobody's fallen from SSQ. Finally, there we go. But Heikel High is the only one to pick up a frag. And 4-3 on the board. SSQ, they shut down the plant. And the retake was just too good for SSQ.
Yep, what a great Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
That wasn't really expected coming in from the side of Empire. SSQ just made it look easy. They were able to take down everyone in the site. That is because that Rolling Thunder was perfectly timed, perfectly placed. So right now, SSQ has the advantage. Even though that happened, it took a long time for them to be able to get the win. That's why right now, even Empire still has some credits to work with.
Let's see what they're going to be able to do with it though, because it's looking iffy for them. Honestly, it seems like Onich and Daisuke will not even be able to pick up the full-on buy for himself. Marshall on Minudes. So still feeling pretty confident despite losing the last 1v1 against Kyobi. Let's see what's gonna happen in this round 2. He has peaked us a bit faster in my opinion. That's exactly what he's gonna do. Not gonna check with the shot, but does get tagged. Now down to 5. Another repeat. This man is crazy, bro.
Yeah, he really wants to go for a 1v1 with the Marshall there. It wasn't enough for him to get the win, and that's really interesting to see that he's still going for that trade. But right now, Minudes is really confident in how he's going to work this out, and he might be able to get that. And I'm really respecting that they're still going for this default. That right now, even though it's Haven, they're still going for default. So Kali was able to get the first kill, might be able to take 2, and now he was traded out at last. But now he has done some damage at 3v4. It's really hard fight going forward for the side of Empire.
They have to strike now if they want to take advantage of this lack of manpower from SSQ, but just because they didn't, they've allowed for the rotations to come through, which is why they're not going to commit into this. The utility dump is already there for both teams, so they're going to be walking off of this one with a lot less resources. Looking for the B-side push instead as the Empress has been activated. Oh, Kyobi picks up Minudes, but at least he does get the trade onto Mangekyo. Alex now opens it up a bit more as he picks up Konis. So the op's still in play, but it's a 2-on-2, so they can do this. Especially that they're in B-side. They know where the 2 members might be coming from. It seems like they don't actually, because they've repositioned Ray onto Garage. Alex now has to be careful right here. The Kobe is leading the charge with the operator. Cloudburst into tailwind. He does get spotted out and taken out. So now it's all down to Salty, who will not be able to win it against Alex. And the op will come through as well for Alex now. So 4-4 Empire, they make the most out of that round.
Yeah, what a great 3v4 that was started. Also, but that player would get the trade here. Minudes was able to start that up, able to get the 1 kill onto 1 member, and that just made it doable for the side of Empire to be able to take the reposition onto B side. That is because they were able to get the bait there. The info that Minudes was there on A side, it was enough for most of the members of SSQ to be distracted, and that's why B side plan was easier there on. Right now, this might be the challenge here again, Datum, because I'm really expecting that this operator might be able to get the kill again. But with the fast pace of Akali, he's pushing it out. He hasn't seen the one at his back. He's going to be discovered. Oh no, this is really unfortunate. The timing isn't right. Hawkeye High was able to take him down, but Kilbay was able to answer back with 2. And he has the operator, yes, and he's not going to get the kill there. SSQ with Kilbay. What a master assassin was able to get 2. I mean 3, that is.
Yeah, Op is now gone as well. Minudes, he's fallen off a little bit, to be completely honest. It's still 2-on-4. But Empire, they've found themselves in a similar position before where they were at a 2-man disadvantage. So they might just be able to pull through with this one, but it seems like they will be denied by Konis. Activates the Paranoia with 5 HP left. EMP Onichan Daisuke will block it out. Nay dodge it, but Konis will take him out in the end. 5-4 on the board. SSQ, they answer straight back. I mean, they will not be able to pick up the operator for themselves, but they're looking super confident, especially Kyobe, going for the one-on-one fights, knowing that even though there is an operator there, he still went on for the peak and got the 3K. Confidence from this man. I am so expecting him to pop off once more.
Yep, good trades for trades on the side of Empire that they were able to get the kill, but SSQ right now is on top of their game. They're getting all these kills, especially their jet player Kyobe was able to get the 3K on a 1v3 onto C side. Right now, they need to steer clear of Kyobe because he's on fire and you won't be able to win the fights against him for sure. And that is why the respect is just here for the members. And they're just going to the garage to at least get some distractions of their own. They're going to be pushing forward. They have the flash here. Mangekyo, this is his time to get the flashpoint. Ray would be caught off guard here for sure. He's looking at it. The flashpoint is there waiting. I'm just waiting for it to turn back, and here it comes. And Mangekyo would be discovering Alex New onto the box right there, but Ray will be able to get the kill. At least he was able to trade that off. That is a good flash. Won't be able to get the flash onto one, but Salty falls down onto the 3-bullet Ray. He was able to make it work, but Shobe falls down again. The last two members would be caught off guard, but the timing is just right. He was able to get the 2 kills, and Empire strikes back and gets the kill.
How do they do that? How did they do that? Remember, Dash, that was the Spectre round for Empire.
Yeah.
They were able to get the kills, and I'm surprised. 5-5 on the board. And yes, the eco is still not there because Orichan will be saving up for the next round. Still, real good job from them as they do force SQ onto the Sheriffs this time. So they're looking to make this huge once more. And they've nullified Kobe immediately, Kyobe. And let's see if he's going to be able to make things huge with his Marshall. But it's not looking too good for him, even though he's got the blades available. Yes, both teams has got a lot of ults, a lot of firepower in favor of Empire. So they're looking to make this one a little bit more slowly, but very, very methodical as they look to split B.
Yep, they need to split up. They need to change their face. If everybody's gonna push on C sides, there's gonna be a surprise waiting for them. But B side might be the answer here. They know that Mangekyo is holding on to a shorty. So with this, he has been discovered already, and he's gonna be taken out. Ray was able to take that out. The Seekers was enough to get the information. SSQ Konis was able to get the one, and that is not enough for them to garner the win here. Akali has been taken down by the running and gunning members of Empire, and they were able to get the win here. At least that is close to ending this half.
I'm loving the adjustment that's coming out of both of our teams. Empire, we've seen them go for the rushes on top of rushes in the first 3 or 4 rounds. They're not doing that anymore because they know that SSQ is ready for it. SSQ, they've learned their lesson from the first map bind, and they're applying it so well here, which is why our score is so much closer. But remember, difference is the last game, SSQ needed to go for a comeback, and they did it. This time, they don't need to do much of it because the score is so close, which is going to be scary for Empire in the next half.
Yep, they were able to take that down, and there's gonna be the rush that I was waiting for the side of Empire. This is really what I was banking on. They were able to get the first kill. Konis would be able to take one. Mangekyo falls down. This is gonna be the side opened up for the taking. Really looking like this forward. Wow, what was that kill coming in from Ray? That was a good headshot. A 2VG, but with the resurrection, it could be made possible by the team here. Salty was able to get one. Might be going for a 6-6 here, Datum. This is really interesting to see. They're denying the pushes from happening. They're really banking on the fact that they might be able to get this. That is good flash. Not gonna be able to see anyone though. You don't have any info on high, low HP on one member. Salty, he needs to look out for that, but he knows that someone already teleported. He's looking at the wrong angle, and High was able to get the headshot, and that ends the half with a 7-5.
Hi, Kyle. Again, the rock that his team relies on whenever it comes down to the pressure. And once more, he's leading the scoreboard in terms of frags. He played that 1 versus 2 to a T. He knew that Akali and Salty wanted to peek at the same time, but he denied just that, going for the sprays through the smoke. Repositioned himself after the first kill came through, and that's why Salty was looking at the wrong angle, because he was expecting that High will reposition himself back in hell, but he came out of the other angle, which is why Salty was basically bamboozled. Like I said, 7-5 on the board. Pistols are where it's at, and SSQ, at least they've been historically great at pistols. They won the first one. Let's see if they can make it happen once more.
A side might be the push here, and this is gonna be fast decisions coming in from SSQ. They're really going for this really fast. They have the full time coming in. The guiding light would be there to flash on lots of members. They're not gonna be seeing Gray. He was able to take one member down, but he doesn't have enough bullets to be able to get more, and that's gonna be a 3v4 already. Gate advantages to the side of SSQ.
High has to pick up more than a frag here. As like I said, a disadvantage in manpower for them, as Minudes picks up Salty, quick tailwind as well, and suddenly the tides have turned in favor of Empire as they pick up 2. It's a 2-on-2, but it's now down all to Mangekyo, who's holding up and about in the flash. Will be taken out through the flash by Alex. And what a round. A beautiful retake from Empire.
Yeah, he was expecting the push to happen, and even the flashpoint, he didn't even dodge it because he knows that he's gonna come out from that angle. That was really good coming in from Empire. That was really good. Tides turned for them, and again, Minudes was the one who opened that update. He was able to take down the player on Cubby. Salty fell down, and that's the reason why the defense of the post plant crumbled. That is where it snowballed in favor of Empire.
True. SSQ, it seems like they're not going for this force buy, opting for the upgraded pistols instead. So Empire, they're looking to make another huge lead. Who are doing such a good job in this defense. I mean, of course, the last round was the pistol, and this round is the bonus. Minudes looking to go for the 1 versus 1s with the Marshal. But then again, look at the scoreboard. Everyone from Empire has the exact same number of kills except for Onichan and Daisuke, who is right up there as well, not too far off. Kyobi will be opening it up with the punish onto Alex Na. And Akali will pick up Ray as well. So now SSQ, they've actually picked up the 2-man advantage.
Yeah, they got the kills. That was really unexpected. That is so aggressive coming in from the side right there. And that's why SSQ was able to capitalize. They lost a lot of members in the process because of the aggression. And now they have the disadvantage. They have the gun upgrades already on the side of SSQ with Kyobe on the Spectre. It's going to be real hard for them to get this.
Here we go, High. Again, they found themselves in this position before, but the gun upgrades has come through for SSQ. And they know exactly where they're going to be coming from. One barrier orb away, the other is in garage. High does pick up a kill. Another 3k for him. Runs out of bullets, pulls out the frenzy, but he doesn't have enough time. And it's now down to Akali to close it out, but against the frenzy, he will be able to secure it, just the Sheriff. And SSQ, they've turned it around. Picks up the gun for himself as well. And Akali, such a good job. They almost fell through against High, but luckily, the numbers panned out in their favor.
Yep, good kills coming in from SSQ. They were waiting for the chance, or rather, waiting for the aggression coming in from Empire. That's why they went in for a default right there. And they predicted right, honestly. Alex New fell down, and with the gun upgrade from Kobe, it was easier there on. They just needed to give the gun to the player. Was really on fire right now. And SSQ, with this, they have the gun advantage. They even have a Vandal in their favor. So this is going to be real hard for Empire that they even forced, they bought right now. Because with the guns that they have the disadvantage. But if ever they go for short range fights, they might be able to get a miracle here.
They just see a Thrifty, so they're wanting to pull one off for themselves this time. And that's why they bought the gun. Hero buy on Minudes, as he does make it work immediately. The Vandals already paid dividends. Ray might be a little bit too overzealous with this push, but he hasn't been spotted out. He sees exactly where everyone is, but he doesn't get any kills. That's unfortunate for Ray as he falls against Salty, opening up a site, another kerfuffle that Kyobi wins. He does pick up another through the dark cover, and suddenly it's fallen apart for Empire, even though they had the perfect positioning off of that.
Yeah, they could have won that if ever they were able to get the kill there coming in from Ray, but it was really unfortunate that they weren't able to get that. And right now with Manood trying to push onto the side, and he doesn't know, he doesn't have any info on where Conis is. So he might be caught off guard. He was, and he falls down. High, we all know how this man plays. He might be able to clutch this up, but the way that he just backed away from there, they're taking a lot of time. He's losing on a lot, so this might be the round that they're gonna be losing. He might just want to save this Phantom up. Yeah, I think he might be deciding on that because he won't be able to see anyone coming in from the side of SSQ.
Yeah, he's running for the hills, and the force buy just didn't work out for Empire, and a lot of it is because Ray wasn't able to make the lurk work. Trickle discipline was already there, just had to connect with the shots, but just wasn't able to against two people. Didn't even pick up Conis, who was caught pants down already, was able to put his pants back up, zip it up, and put the belt on, and in the end get the kill as well. So Ray mustn't be feeling good about that one, as Haikal, the only one with the assault rifle in their team. Yes, Haikal has been so good with the kills, but there's no way it's gonna be enough this time, as SSQ have picked up the pace. 7-8 on the board is not that far behind, and they're looking to equalize now.
Yeah, they're going for a push onto Garage, and with no cons literally on most of the members right here, even the classics on Alex Nu. They have the flashes to work with though. They're gonna be really aggressive, but with that classic right click, they might make it work, Tatum. Just because of that, I wasn't expecting that to hit. But right now, with this, they might be able to get or pull through from this disadvantage, but still, they have some guns to work with. If Alex Nu would be able to take this down, they might be able to cement their advantage.
4 on 5, and the gun upgrade does come through onto Alex as well, so can activate the Empress if he wants to. And he'll be leading the charge in B side. Might prove unfruitful if he doesn't check the upper left corner where Inochi, or Oni-chan rather, is hiding. Dark covers are there, and he doesn't check it, which means that he will be taken out by just a frenzy. Another upgrade going in the way of Empire, and SSQ this round is not theirs anymore.
Yep, unfortunate losses from the side of SSQ. Right now, they're looking at the push into Garage. If they would be able, they would be able to get the kill onto Alex Nu, and they're going to be pushing for more advantage. They haven't checked the corner again, and the fault line was able to hit them both, and that's why Ray was able to get the kill there. That's redemption arc from the player. 3K coming in from Ray.
Redemption arc, you can say that again, Dash. Ray redeeming himself immediately after that last round disaster, and he picked up the shambles in this round, secured it for Empire, and they have the upper hand now. That must have hurt for SSQ. They had no business winning that round, Empire, but they did, and now it's still 9-7 on the board, 2 rounds up in Empire. They're looking to go the distance. They're looking to end the series now, and with the Empress actually not committed by Alex there. Yes, he wasn't able to make much out of it, but with how well Ray performed, he can commit it now on top of the Secrets as well.
Yeah, they're gonna go for really aggressive push. Look at this. Look at the position coming from Michael High. They haven't checked that. Mangekyo might fall down, and that could be the chance for him to get more. He's gonna back away. That is a really easy kill coming in from their side. And you know, if a Cypher is on site, you need to be careful because you have a lot of ways to trip onto the site though. Gonna go in. Don't know that there's a drift war coming in. He was able to get the kill at least. That's a good trade coming in from SSQ. They were able to answer back. That's good trades. They have the resurrection also. Seekers to work with. This might be the retake here, Tatum.
Double walls to double up on security. Deny anyone to come through from defender side spawn. Resurrect is there as well. The peak, the tailwind is still gonna secure the kill onto Ray. And what is with this game, Dash? The 1 minute we thought it was gonna go in the way of Empire. Now it's just SSQ. The next, it's anyone's game right now, and I'm loving it. Another huge round potentially because a lot of ults available. But Mangekyo is at the ready with the Rolling Thunder, so this might be another long round, Dash. But honestly, with everything we've seen so far, my expectations are out of the window. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen right now because anything could really happen. They're gonna be pushing. They're gonna be trying to do some shots, but most of the time it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. And I really love the way that this game is panning out right now. But the consistency of Empire is always there. And SSQ, they have been turning up with all the skills that I wasn't really expecting, and I really love to see it.
9-8, remember it's the scoreline. And more ults in the way of Empire. Just one more ult in their way as Kyobi is blacked out by his teammate right there. Ray once more redeems himself. It's 4-2 on the board.
One enemy
Left
remaining.
standing, the last one will be taken care of by Kunis. Pants down once more. As it's almost was the ace for Ray, but it was 10-8 on the board, so now they're double digits. Empire, they're feeling good about that.
I don't know what to say to him because it has been a roller coaster, sorry, even for Ray. He always gets the kills whenever he's on Garage, and whoever pushes there would get the brink of revenge coming in from Ray. But right now, I've been looking at it and I'm really not sure on what to say about this players right now. A side would be the target again, but now it's Killbay with the Blade Storm, so they might be able to get something here. They also have the Rolling Thunder to work with, so if they're going to be pushing onto A side, they have High Call High that is waiting for them right there. They have the tripwires coming in. The smokes are coming in already onto the side. They need to be careful on how they push this though, because if they go in without checking their tripwires, the tripwire came in. Now they have info on where they are. They're gonna be pushing around and they're gonna get pushed back by Alex too. That's gonna be the first kill already, but High Call High is waiting here through the smoke. He's not gonna be seeing anyone, but Mangekyo almost on the skin of his teeth, gonna be acting away, but High Call High was able to answer back against Salty. Kyobe's coming in, the Eurostep, he's not gonna be hitting those shots from the right. Clip was able to get it. Kyobe is pushing for more. The Eurostep wasn't able to get anyone the info right there. So at least now SSQ is gonna push it, and Alex New is gonna get the paranoia. What a good one. That hit 3 members already, and he might be able to get more. He's gonna be getting Conus, never mind. He falls down. They have the Seekers to work with though, so they need to get some info here. Minuz is going in. They have the tailwind, and that's gonna be the kill coming in from the side of Empire.
Empire, they found their footing. Ray, with their revenge round, is able to turn it around for their favor. And High Call High, of course, has been super consistent with the rounds, with their kills. I mean, of course, he's right behind Ray in terms of kills, but Empire, everyone has turned up. Even Menuds, who was there a little bit late to the party, was able to pick up the kills for himself. And it's so good to see that Empire finally at the form that we've come to see them so well and so on point in the last couple of games. Now they force SSQ into another eco, and it's looking like match point already for Empire, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, if ever they get the match point here, that could be really big. But with Kyobe holding, the player is on fire. They just need to put a lot more gasoline on this player in order for him to fire back. At least if ever Kyobe would be able to answer, never mind. Menuds and High Call High were able to get it. Akali might fall down here, Zaydo. What was that? Who was able to see the gun barrel? Oh no, he's gonna fall down, and that's gonna be the kill coming in from the side of Empire, and they might fall down one by one. And Empire was able to get the ball.
I thought for sure Anichan was gonna knife Akashi right there. I thought for sure, but hey, he's gonna pay him his respects and not gonna do it this time. But who knows? Might be seeing that next time around as well. As still 3 ults to work with for Empire. Very, very efficient in these rounds, relying solely on their aim and their guns to secure the rounds, as they secured match point as well. So SSQ, yes, they finally were able to secure their guns. Was denied the Thrifty the last time, so they're looking undeterred still as they go for the seaside push, where Minuts is waiting with the operator, so they might have to reassess. But with the shots not committing, they might have to go for this push. But there you go, Mangekyo falls, so that's a Rolling Thunder gone. This is the push that's gonna be gone. A Kyobe falls as well. He's looking for more. He's getting slowed up, but Alex is right here, not even gonna dismiss. He doesn't care if he dies. The team is gonna be there for the cleanup. It's a 2-on-1. Salty the last one. Will you be able to secure this extension of the game? Seekers are there. 2 angles to watch out for. He's finally going to go for the plant, but he will be denied. As Ray secures the game, the round, and the series for Empire.
Yeah, Empire was able to get the win. May the force be with us all. And that is what a good game coming in from the side of Empire. That was really a roller coaster of emotions right here, Datum. I wasn't expecting it to be that close, because Empire first game was able to get the shutdowns. They were able to get a lot of rounds in. But right now on game 2, SSQ was able to get a lot of rounds in, even getting a bit of an equalizer a while ago. And that's really interesting to see from both of these teams. Man, this is just the start of the week, and I really want to see more of this plays coming in from both of our teams.
You said it yourself, Dash. Roller coaster. That's exactly what these 2 games were. every round was one-sided for each side, and it's so good
Yeah.
to see as well. Both games were actually pretty close. It all boiled down to consistency, and Empire was just better at keeping it consistent in the latter parts of the second game. And that was it, everyone, for our Scrim of the Night. The best of three goes in the way of Empire, all the way from Malaysia. I'd just like to remind everyone that if you want a free Vertigear chair, make sure to join our giveaway because we are giving one away. Special thanks to our sponsor, of course, Vertigear. Just type exclamation point giveaway in chat and the instructions will be brought up there for you. Make sure you follow all of the instructions, and this is limited, to people residing in Singapore and Malaysia. So if I were you, guys, take advantage of that. And again, my
Yeah.
name is Datum, casting here today with Dash. If I haven't forgotten anything, that's it for tonight's scrim. We'll see you again tomorrow. See you guys.